Here's adventure.
His fast gun for hire heeds the calling wind.
Afternoon and welcome. Are you prepared to draw? I hope so. Don't mean any of that liver, Lizzie, guns, and I don't mean any of that artist stuff. I'm here to do that. You all will just draw together, become family, friends, help each other, support each other, all that stuff. To have a good old time, friends and frolic, and all that stuff. Oh God, this is it.
Well, hello everyone. How are you all today? I've got with me George. It's been a long time. Are you here? Can people hear us?
Okay, my mic was muted. Sorry. Hi, everyone.
I muted you, and then I thought I unmuted you, but I guess not. Well
You
enough.
dastardly dude.
That was just so there would be no echoing for the theme song, as I call it. So.
But I was humming along. I thought it would make a great chorus.
And we got Evan in the chat, Evan Hotep, or used to be known as Von Scriver. He's changed his name since you were around. And we got JP4, and we got Sticky Art Channel. And hello to all. So yeah, we got George here with us. He is the joking master.
I am. In fact, I'm bringing here a joke with me.
Okay.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
I don't know why.
Because that's where the Coyotes Acme missile kit was aimed at.
Wouldn't that be why did the Roadrunner cross the road?
Oh no, that'd be too obvious.
Okay. So, as people may or may not know, I am from Canada, and our country is stupid. We re-elected the idiot Justin Trudeau, but in a minority government. So.
Oh, be careful. You can't talk bad about Justin Trudeau now, because if you do, you could go to jail for 5 years.
No, I'll talk about him bad. I'll take my chance. And of course, I am on page 12. Although I did start this on my last one on Thursday, so technically it should be this at part 2 with part 1 thing, but that's the way it goes. I finish one page and go into the next. And I'm doing my blues. So what have you got going on? George, what's new with you?
I am in the process of preparing all my stuff to go to print so I can deliver on Joe King.
Oh, cool.
The book, the art of the book is finished. I had it sent for proofreading. It's taken 2 weeks of back and forth to proofread everything, to get all the spelling corrections corrected, all the all the grammar mistakes ungrammared, and the proofreader commented, "Is this a comic book or is this like a novel?" And I said, "Why? Why do you say that?" Because the proofreader said, "Because I can read this as a comic book if I read everything in the panels, but all the text that you have between the panels, it's like reading a novel." I go, well, yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, you need all that stuff for your artists and all that. Although you're probably the artist on the project, but
Yes. I was very mean to myself. Every time I would write something and I go like, I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to make sure this artist is going to have a hard time drawing this page. And then when I'm drawing it, I'm going like, damn that writer! How could he do this? It's impossible to put this panel together. It's just not possible.
The shorthand you do when you know that you're going to be the artist writing or drawing.
I was not aware. I was just flicking on my schizoid and working on a different personality. Polycharacteristic artist. Wait, is that PC? I don't know. Is it kosher? I'm not sure.
I don't know. Who cares? Oh, and I'm wondering, people. As you know, that Tuesdays I've still got my 5 o'clock that I was doing, 5 o'clock shadow that I was doing over the summer. But that's going to be Mondays and Thursdays. But I'm thinking Tuesday, as I said, to switch it to 7. But I'm thinking maybe I might switch it to a little bit later, like 10 Eastern Standard at night. What would people think of that?
10 o'clock. Isn't that like a third dinner? Or is that second midnight snack?
I think it's second midnight snack.
Yeah, okay, that's second midnight snack. Yeah.
JP goes, "Hail Trudeau."
Who is this villain that said that?
JP4. And only a villain would be for Trudeau.
Let's see. I'm going to go on to the other side to see who these villains are in the YouTube chat.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. I'm pressing buttons. I'm almost there. So fear me. I'll be right beside you all. Aha.
JP, because I know how much Rick likes him. Yeah. It's a sad day for Canada.
I don't know. I mean, the economics of destroying a country are pretty clear. If you bring people into the country who will not work and just sit there and leech off the system of the taxpayer, it will come to one day that there will not be enough money, and then we're going to have to print more money, and at a certain point, dare I say, because of history, socialist history, that is, that the actual money itself won't be worth the paper it's printed on. So everybody who has inkjet printer and some nice quality paper will be able to print off $1 billion notes so they can buy a coffee.
Yeah, but see, there's the great thing is everything's going digital, so you don't have to worry about paper, right?
Oh, yes. We're going to be doing a crypto currency.
No, I just mean more like, everything's in your bank. You use your bank card, right? Instead of, half the time then or more.
Well, that's the wonderful thing about a socialist system. They will have control and go into your bank and take your money because they need to redistribute it.
Yeah. Well, I just mean they don't have to print any bills up at that point because it's all digital money, right? So.
Yes. There's a wonderful company here in, I believe, Toronto. It's called D Live or something like that. Not D Live, the streaming service, but I forgot. They build hardware, and the quantum singularity has been broken. They're able to process on a quantum level 2045 bits, which means that if you have a password to something and it's pretty elaborate, and the old story was that it will take years or hundreds of years or thousands of years to crack the password. Well, now they can crack in a few seconds.
Ouch.
And it gets even better. If they want, with this hardware and that level of bit processing on a quantum level, you can crack cryptocurrency instantly. So the question is, what is left to hide on the internet, and why would you want to have the stuff on the internet?
Yeah. Bullet says, has George ate a meal yet during the stream?
Yeah, yes, I did. I'm feeling much better now.
And then he says, what Swatch internet time can we just do that?
Wow, that's an interesting question about internet time. Well, what time is it really? I mean, if you think about it, if you go to a hospital, all the walls are closed, so that way when you're in the what called the emergency room, or any place that's where they're taking care of you, you'll notice that there's no windows. So your length of time is only measured by how many times you go to the bathroom or how many times you look at your watch. But if you go to a gambling place like a casino, again, you'll notice there's no windows at all. So your length of time is only measured by how much money you got and how much you've lost.
Actually, the ones in Hamilton, or at least two of them, they have windows for the emergency area.
Oh, they do. Oh, that's naughty.
JP4 says Canada needs a war. Well, it says we need a coup. Yeah.
Well, let's see. If what is a war for Canada? Well, let's see. A war for Canada will probably be the hockey team on the left and the hockey team on the right would meet somewhere in Manitoba, maybe the province of Saskatchewan, because the Saskatchewan seal hunting season is during the summer, and play a little hockey. Yeah, that's it. Oh, it's something funny. I told a couple of Americans that they were really upset about the seal hunting that is going on in the north, and I told them, that seal hunting in the north is nothing compared to Saskatchewan seal hunting that happens during the summer. And they're going like, really? I go, yeah. You should tell your friends when you go back home and start a petition.
Were you trolling those Americans?
No, my Americans are so easy. I mean, look at their politics. I mean, half of them are sane, the other half are loony bins. So whenever you're talking to Americans, you have a 50-50 chance of successfully trolling them.
What do you think of that, JP or Evan? What do you think of George trolling Americans when they were up here?
And you know what? There was somebody on Twitter that was making comments and stuff like that, and they called me something. It was something I don't remember what exactly. And instead of calling him back as something similar or worse, I said to him, "How did you know? You must be clairvoyant. Can I call you Claire for short?" He didn't get the joke. which then I instantly understood that he was probably part of the system called the left, which can't take a joke or meme. You know what? What is the creative side of the brain? Is it the left side or the right side?
I'm not sure offhand. Okay, so Evan or JP Bullet, what would you guys think of me doing a thing at 10 instead of 7? Sort of take my old time back on Tuesdays? Because I used to go on at 10 at night.
JP says we eat Canadians when they come here, so even trade. Yes, we are a little chewy, but our bacon's awesome. So, did you see the Star Wars trailer?
Yeah, I didn't think it was too bad. It was not probably the greatest thing, but not the worst thing.
There's a couple of thoughts on it. I mean, I couldn't understand if there was a trilogy at all in it. The second thing is space horses. I mean, space horses. Oh, and a couple of thoughts came to mind. In what was the last movie called? The Last Jedi?
Yeah.
Okay, in The Last Jedi, Kylo Ren, somewhere in the middle of the movie, he went out with his fighter and a whole bunch of support to blow up as many of the rebel ships. And he was there present when his mom's ship got blown up, and he was content that his mom was dead. Okay? So that happened in the story. So my question is, when they tracked the rebels down to that salty, whatever you call it, planet, when they tracked those rebels down to that salty planet, why would they land and try to assault the base? Why don't they just blow it up from orbit, just like they try to do at the beginning of the movie? I mean, he has no interest anymore. He has no what do you call personal or emotional attachment to any of those rebels other than his mom, and he, for all intents and purposes, was thought his mom was dead.
Yeah. Well, maybe did they say that they couldn't do something because of that? Because something they weren't able to, some.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're saying is that the planet bombardment of awesome firepower would what was
The target or something like that.
oh well, if they miss the target, they miss the target. They just spread the love around. Just shoot,
Everything around.
machine gun up the planet.
Just blow the whole planet up.
Yeah, blow the whole planet up. Drop a radiation bomb, or take one of the Star Destroyers and say, you guys were very helpful and loyal servants. Now I want you to ram your ship into that planet at light speed. Just like the rebels did.
Yeah. JP4 says I'd be doing some ATS-MP, no problem for me. American trucking something.
Oh, look! Model 316 is here. The planet always had a bad attitude. I know. Don't you think? I mean, it was a white planet under the disguise of red dust. Look at that. Look at that pencil action. And these are your custom pages that you have for yourself, or you bought these from somewhere?
No, I bought these. These are Canson.
Uh-huh.
I can't afford to do anything else. And yeah, you also know that I got a Patreon now too, eh? I'm not sure whether you knew that.
Oh, let us know. Talk about it.
Everybody else out there knows. I'm just wasn't sure whether you knew or not.
No,
Not that-
no, I have been very out of the talking circuit game for a little while. Just focusing on getting jokes
Feeling
out.
Joe King.
Yeah, I didn't want to kid around. Just wanted to joke around, joking around.
You were Joe King around?
Yes, I was. Yeah, interesting. You know what? Let me see if I can get my webcam working. Give me a second. Let's see. Where's my webcam? Webcams. There you go. Oh, yes. Okay, here we go. Okay, let me find the proper orientation. Oh my God, I think I found the orientation on the camera.
Maybe. I think it's upside down though.
There it is. No, that's looking at the keyboard right there. I mean, that's the space bar, and that's my left hand. So
Okay.
my left thumb. All right. So what I have here is part of the joking package. This is all I filed all the original art. All the original art that's going out is here. So every time I go through the binder, I would flip through and say, okay, I'm going to ink a few more pages. So what I'm going to flip through right now is a few of the front pages, which are not inked, but everything else is inked. But I'm not going to show you the stuff that's inked because it's actually, hold a sec. I can show you an inked page. Let me find.
Oh, and everybody, please make sure you're hitting the like button and sharing this out. We like those shares. We like
There's an ink page.
Yes, I think we've seen that cheetah before. JP says maybe George can be Rick's business manager.
So there's an ink page. That's what it looked like. There you go. Mm-hmm. Right there.
Cool.
So I'm going to show you. I'm going to do just a little flip through some of the pages that are going to be inked. Let's see. I'll do it this way. So that way it's the camera. Wait a minute. Let me get. There we go. I think.
Well, it said nice, George. JP4 says I share to MySpace every day.
Yeah. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. That's it. So I'm gonna I set it up. I'm gonna go. And another one is going to be inked. To be inked.
These look like a flip through thing, animation.
Yeah, and well, you see, it's in these large sleeves. So I just I'll just move it over to the left. So I just pull it out of the sleeve, like give me a sec.
I guess I'm just saying if you had them
like that, just pull it out of the sleeve and slip it right back in.
Cool.
And this is the process where I just without any. This is ink, by the way. This is not pencil or light blue pencil. This is ink. I do a nice light what we call idea of what the composition is, and then I will finish the inking like so. A little different.
It's George Dillard. George Peter Gettis.
Uh,
George of the jungle. Watch out for that tree.
You know what I think? I think Dillard's impressed that she finally recognizes that I can draw. Bless you.
Thank you very much. JP4 says Justin Timberlake. The model says there's a George Dillard now.
Yes, there is. I am working to change my brand. I'm going to be called Moist Comics. So, of the Star Wars trailer, what was the most interesting thing of the whole trailer?
I don't know. They showed a lot of, 2-second scenes or 3-second scenes. I think you know what I mean. So there was a lot there to take in.
Yeah, that last part where apparently it's the Emperor, and it looks like he's on a throne that kind of moves or walks. I'm going like, oh come on, that's like so 90s. Couldn't you like have it floating around? Like a Charles Xavier's chair does in the future episodes of the X-Men.
Yeah. That was in the 90s too. The floating Xavier's floating chair.
Oh yeah, that's right.
At least in the cartoon. I don't know when it first appeared in the comics, if it ever did.
Hey, I'm working on one of the projects I'm working on is a horror story, and I did a little inventory about horror movies. Did you know that practically all the horror movies have a lot of things in common?
No.
Yes. For instance, whenever there's someone hospitalized, they're hospitalized on a floor that has no hospital employees. The lights are dim, and there's no security guard. That's silly, because a hospital, like an airport, is one of the few institutions or buildings that's always constantly staffed by people. You can't walk into a hospital or the airport and not bump into somebody.
Yeah.
Another thing is that whenever they show you children, say 13 and younger, in a school setting, they're always bullied. Whenever they show you young adults, 16 and above, in a school setting or a college setting or a university setting, they're always in a classroom where the teacher is reading a book and making a quote, some witty quote out of the book, and then he turns to the class and says, "So, what is your thinking about this book and what the author was thinking?" And then the hero would say something psychological and mind-boggling, and you're wondering, How the hell do you discern that? I mean, you gotta have to be a professor with a PhD to come up with such an analysis. And then, of course, there's also the decision making. When you hear somebody screaming, you don't go in the opposite direction. Or when you're running away from someone, and you'll love this. Whenever you're running away from a guy that's trying to kill you, the people that are running away, they're always running away in a zigzag pattern. I mean, that's why the bad guy is always able to catch up to them just by walking.
Yeah. Ulrich Cerny says hello.
Oh, yes. Model 316 says, and then the bell rings, which conveniently stops the whole conversation, takes you out of the entire moment, so you don't have any resolution on what the hell they were talking about. Yep, that's true. So, and these are a few of the little things that make up a horror story. And of course, oh my gosh, and you'll love this one. And the hero of the story is about to be chopped to bits by the villain of the story in the third act, but somehow, some way, the first person that bought the farm that you thought was dead by the villain in the first act miraculously is not dead and comes back to stop the villain from killing the hero, and then they sacrifice themselves for the hero to run away and find the widget that will defeat the villain. Oh my gosh! As soon as I started seeing all these patterns, I thought about it, and it's like it's not rocket science. At this point, all you have to do is create an Excel spreadsheet, put all these bullet points into a proper order, like a formula, and then just fill in the blanks. An example: instead of Friday the 13th and Jason coming after you, no, you have everything except you remove Jason and you make it into a teddy bear. A teddy bear and a plushy axe, and all the story elements are exactly the same.
Yeah, just names and places are changed.
Yeah.
That's not to dox anybody.
Well, there's a quote that I have in my book, just so people understand. Give me a sec. I gotta quote this just right because I can't unquote it if I say it wrong. Let's see. Where's my document?
Bullet says George is pulling back the curtain and revealing the wizard. And Ulrich says, do not pay attention to the man behind the curtain.
I speak forked tongues.
Hey, Raggedy.
Okay, here's what here's what I wrote. Where is it? Here we go. The book is based on, Joe King. You've seen it. Joe King, the book, is based on a true story. The situations have been changed to dispel the preposterousness. The names have been changed to protect the innocent, and the locations have been changed to protect the property values. But everything else about it is true.
So what would that leave to be true? The names aren't real, the people aren't real, or the places aren't real, or different.
Well, one of the characters had a plastic utensil in their hands.
So it's true somebody had a plastic utensil in their hand?
Yes. one had a plastic spoon, and No, the one had a plastic spoon and the other one had a plastic fork. No, knife. Plastic knife.
Bullet says, "Hey, Raggedy, how is the deep cover E thought research going?" Oh yeah, I'm not sure whether another thing you didn't know. I just did a Comic-Con this weekend, Hamilton Comic-Con. It sucked. It didn't make any money. I lost money.
Oh, how much was the what do you call
The
that thing? The
table?
table? Is that what
Yeah.
they call it? They still call it a table?
Yeah. It was $282.50, I think, or something like that. And well, I got $70 all weekend.
Well, that's pretty good. What does $70 represent? How many books did you move?
Not books, just pictures. 2 pictures.
Well, that's pretty darn good. That's two new followers.
Yeah. And I sold a whole bunch of gave away a whole bunch of business cards. Because I went and did something really stupid beforehand. Because they said 10 to 13,000. I thought I'd be giving away a lot more there. I went and got myself 8,000 business cards.
Wow, look at that. That's nice. Is there printing on the back?
Yeah.
Even better.
But they only cost me like $70 for 8,000, so.
Woohoo!
As much as I've got some for time to come, so that's good.
So what you're saying is you can afford to have 52 cards, put the proper suits on them, and play a game of Crazy Eights.
Yeah. Yeah, I could do that too, eh? Do 8, put a spade there. 8.
Yeah.
Cross Comics playing cards and money.
That's right. That's right. Get your custom Cross Comics cards. Every deck is custom. It's all a collector's item.
That's not a darn bad idea either. Glad I thought of it.
You're a genius.
Let's see. Yeah, these guys are going on. I got I got a whole bunch of pictures. I'm going to be putting up a thing for cosplaying there. Took a bunch of cosplaying pictures. Figured make a good video. These guys are going on about this one card I got from the one cosplayer.
Oh, hey! What's this? I gotta come back to this video later in the playback.
Apparently, Raggedy started looking up all the information on it because I showed it in Wednesday night show or either yesterday's show or Sunday night for the auction. Apparently, she's got a Discord and Raggedy there says she's been messaging him, and Bullet's like, "Really? Restraining order?" And Raggedy says, yeah, and surprisingly, she hasn't brought up her Patreon. Bullet says she wants to keep it pure and strictly legal. Most of the relationship will take place in the court.
Yes, because they're courting each other.
She's come a courting. I'm gonna put a good word in for you, Rick. Cool. I'll just let her know that you found her because of my channel.
Yes, yes. Isn't there a referral rate?
What? Almost a quid pro quo, not purposely, but you know, he gets the referral from me, and then he refers her back to me. Not sure if that's quid pro quo or not. So all those listening now, although I don't think anybody answered except for JP. Anybody got any? What do people think about me possibly doing Tuesdays at 10 p.m.?
That's not a bad time.
That way, maybe some more people can come on.
The only thing that happens on Tuesdays is old reruns of Gilligan's Island on public TV. That is.
Bullet says he'll show up when he can. You mean like to be on the stream or just in the chat, Bullet?
Oh, you know something interesting? You read the Twitter messages, how people are attacking Ethan and all that stuff?
Some of them, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's ridiculous. So I thought I would jump in and add add to the drama. And so some people just don't understand, you know, the level of humor of quality humor that I bring to the story. You know, I wrote to one guy. You know, I tried to destroy Ethan with some yarn, large needles, eye of newt, leg of frog, and a voodoo doll. And the best I could get out of it was a diploma in knitting.
Dillard says, Rick, before you go crazy and order 8,000 playing card boxes, it's a bad idea. Bullet said either or, Rick. Why are the attacking Uncle Ethan now? And I wouldn't be ordering 8,000 playing card boxes. You got to divide 8,000 by 52. There's 52 cards in a box.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. 8,000. 8,000. Clear. Wait a minute. Clear. Where's the clear button? 8,000 divided by 52. You can have 153 decks of cards. Oh my gosh.
Only 153?
Yeah, 153 decks of 52 cards.
Thought it'd be more than that.
No, that's 153.
So I only need to order 153 boxes. Probably less than that because 150 because I've already given out some cards, so there's not exactly 8,000.
I'm telling you, custom custom deck cards.
Still to stick them back. It's still a bad idea. Well, if anybody wants a deck, let me know.
Oh my gosh. Listen to this. There's something called a ghost apple, okay? And we as Canadians should be aware of this. This is a public service announcement. So apparently, when freezing rain quotes over a rotten apple, and it creates a shell of ice, the rotten apple sort of breaks apart and melts away, but it leaves the shell of the ice intact. And what you have is called a ghost apple.
Okay. But you have the flavor of an apple inside of ice or something like that?
Well, if you're ever attacked by some sort of spiritual demon or ghost or something like that, just throw them a couple of these apples. So while they're eating them, you'll be able to escape.
I don't think you'd stand of a ghost to a chance no matter what.
Oh, that's a good one. You should be a ghost writer.
Hey, well, yesterday, like I said, Edwin put up who the about what they were doing this week for John and Quarter, and because I'm going to be on, of course, I ended up retweeting him and putting something, attaching a little message to it. I don't know if I can ever get there. Just because I'm going to be there, like I said. And here's what I said: I might be a little green to the rest of the artists, but my lantern will shine bright that day, and hopefully it'll make it the blackest night for them. The Punisher is coming.
Okay, that's good. That's
So
good.
everybody, make sure you retweet that. That's on my page. Just go over to it, click, like it, and retweet.
Actually, that's really good.
Bullet says, "Does George know Rick? I am out of the loop. Know what?" Bullet.
Oh, look at that! Look how beautifully it's coming. Oh, bullet. I was making humor about all these people that are randomly going after Ethan for one reason or another. I just jumped into the middle of the drama, and I said that funny passage. And you can just throw a dart at a wall of reasons to see what reason of the moment these crazy people are using to go after Uncle Lee. I'm not encouraging any. I'm not encouraging anybody. I'm
No,
just.
I think he means don't encourage my puns.
Oh, I think the pun is sure. I think that was good.
Yeah, well, that's become my nickname from people because of always doing puns.
Cross comics.
I feel like they're being punished.
Come for the art. Leave for the puns.
Oh, well, it says he just thought there was a new scandal that he was not aware of.
Well, you can just go to a was it story engine, and just click on randomize, and you'll probably end up coming up with something that already has happened. Hey, did you know we only have let's see, 12 years? We have 11 years left before the world ends, according to the Democrats in the United States.
Or according to Alexandria Cortez.
Someone would say occasional cortex.
Apparently, her cortex isn't working. It wasn't as good as I hoped. The pun. Just trying to think of. I know there's a better word that's closer, but couldn't think of it. So, oh well. So, George, you know anybody that's half decent with inks for more just maybe shading?
A what?
You know anybody that's half decent with maybe just shading? Like, as you can see, I'm just doing pen outlines on this, sort of just getting my my blues lined in black.
Oh yeah.
Just because I'm not good at shading yet, so I was thinking maybe I'm thinking of trying to get somebody else to go in and do the.
Oh, yes. Dillard's excellent at watercolors.
Dylan,
I've seen him cry over art so many times.
Dillard doesn't want to do it.
What?
It's a rainbow.
I volunteered the dastardly Dillard. The least you could show is some respect and agree to it. Gosh. Okay, let's look at it this way. If Dillard doesn't respond in exactly 1 minute from now, he has volunteered to do the work.
I need to get a new nib or more ink for my number 3 here. Oh, bullish. Yeah. How cerebral of you, Rick.
It's almost 1 o'clock. I gotta go. I gotta start preparing the meal for the day.
Okay.
It's been awesome hanging out.
Yeah, good having you here.
All right, and everybody that is in the chat, all 7, Bullets, Dillard, Mile 316, Raggedy Man, Eric, Elric, Hunya.
How
Is
you
that-
got?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And JP4. Yes. Greetings, everybody, and hail. And I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay. Later. Oh, you want to promote yourself before you go?
Yes. Joe King versus the world's greatest average hero is available on Indiegogo. If you go there, the store has been closed. It's no longer in demand, but there's a link directly to my direct store on my website where you can get the book. You won't get the same perks that you would have gotten from Indiegogo, but you can still get the book as a singular purchase.
Cool.
Joe King versus the world's greatest average hero. Alrighty. I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay, later. Bullock says, Joe King. So, can I get that hero piece you did with a ballpoint pen? Laugh out loud. Don't think you mean me. Oh. Which hero piece with a ballpoint pen? I don't remember doing that. George did it. George did it on D&Q. He's not here now. No what, Dillard? No playing cards. No playing with cards. Which is a guess. Okay, let's see. I got to put all the work into doing the cards, writing the numbers on. And 52 cards, $10. Although I know you're probably joking. You're joking. You're joking. Jeez, good to meet ya. Oh, oh, oh. Regular set. Probably $1 at a dollar store, maybe two. I was trying to think about that, whether it should include shipping or not. Probably should ask $5 for shipping. Well, you gotta strike while the iron, while the iron's hot. Well, you have 782 cards. Rick, stop. Well, stop what? I'm not doing anything. Now, of course, that would be a. I'm not gonna say anything. And of course, I'd mark, the clubs with black and all that, and the red ones would be red. Series. until it, except for doing this one, if you think I'm actually going to do a whole bunch of these unless somebody actually ordered and paid for it, you're crazy. Or you must think I'm crazier than I am. I'll be back grabbing a glass of water. Nobody said anything while I was away, I see. Yeah, so I think I'm going to come on at 10 tonight for my second show. I'm going to try it this week, 10. See how it turns out and deal with it at that. Avast. People have not really responded. Yeah, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't think anybody else is on at that time. And that I'm trying it out for Tuesdays. Thursdays will stay the same of 5 and Mondays. The Late Show with Rick Piper on Cross Comics. Hey, Lady Celtic Moon. Not really, Raggedy. Unless somebody actually is willing to pay like $10 for me to make my business cards into playing cards. And then $5 for shipping. Excuse me. I ain't gonna go and just make them like that. Just for something to do. Makes what's this? You could maybe you could start out like the Nintendo and make Hanafuda cards, Rick. What the heck are Hanafuda cards? Before Sony will miss out on the rest of the show. Or is that sorry, we'll miss out on the rest of the show? Well, it says JP works harder, plays harder. JP doesn't have any business cards to hand out. Manage him, Rick. There are Japanese playing cards, 48 divided into 12 months. The Japanese character, you play the games, play number games with them. Okay. So for suits, they just go up to 12 instead of 13, basically. Is that what you're saying? It's free real estate. Why do you need a wrench, Bullet? This is a wrenching question. Deal proper Canadian justice. Okay, I'm not sure exactly what proper Canadian justice is, but I'm willing to find out. Unfortunately, Model and Evan, you can't do anything too, right, Bullet? They have wrenches. Not JP or Lady Celtic Moon. But you don't want to do anything to anybody for no reason. Raggedy apparently doesn't have a wrench either. Fine, Rick, you have stayed playing this day. Oh, great mercy. So has everybody hit the like button, shared this out, or hit the like button and shared this out? Okay, where is the rule that's not so easy to see through? Sure. And no one board. Letters. Says Evan Potap. Teppo. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Da 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 da. So this looks like 10 and a quarter, basically, or just over a quarter. So this is 2B, oh, 2.5. So 2. So it becomes apparent the wrench was a shield, not a weapon. Rick, did you know Terra is the best Titan in Starfire? Then probably Beast Boy, then Robin. Dot 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 dot. I know how to play the game, Raggedy. 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. Okay, let's see. I need to do some math again, folks. So we'll go 10. 2.5, 2.5. But if we take a quarter out for each of the gutters that we need, which are 3. So what is the plan for the 10 p.m. show? Manga, anime, what it would be, normally for that, but for today, but just at a different time. And, putting out a link for people to come on and draw whatever they want. You don't have to draw manga or anime, so. So we make that 2.25. I guess so. Let me write that down. Crusher Joe. Okay, I'm back, dear bud. Uh, Rick, did you watch my buckler video? Yeah. Did you see my comment on it? Hello, all about art. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. Today I am drawing my comic, uh, my Canadian Shield comic. I'm drawing it up. I do that Tuesday through Thursday. So let's see. Right now I'm just doing getting the panels measured out for page 13, I think. I do this from about noon Eastern Standard Time till 2. Hopefully this is going to work out decent. I'm trying to do things. I've drawn it up before, but I'm drawing it up better. Although I think I'm going to mess up this page, unfortunately. Just with my panel idea, I don't think it's the best. But we'll see. Worst thing is I have to redo the page. Yeah, it's hoping to have it out for January for an Indiegogo. Hardy har har bullet. I am from Canada, Ontario, Canada, to be precise. Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, to be even a little bit more precise. And I'm not going to get more precise than that. Hence, probably half hence the name of the comic book that's coming out. I'm doing up, redrawing up right now. The Canadian Shield. Um, okay, so let's see what we can do here. No, no street flooding. Nope. Bullet. No see. No monsieur. Uh, hey mom. How can I send you a sub to? How can I send you a sub to Better Homes and Gardens? DM me, maybe. I just saw your comment. Very disappointed. So you're gonna come in and express why you're disappointed in my. You're very disappointed in my comment. I'm working, and you know what? Why? Just because I only found it a little bit funny, you're disappointed? I didn't leave a bad comment on your video. Didn't leave a great comment on your video either. If you have nothing nice to say, say nothing at all, Rick. That's what I do. It is, Bullet? Your definition of nice and mine might be two different things then. page. No, not for another 12 minutes or so. So I guess the book. Well, if the Buckler's a villain, he can't really be interviewing a hero, can he? So you would have to be having one of my villains being interviewed, not the Canadian Shield. Nothing. I'm just saying, it's a villain. Villain interviewing a hero? Don't think that would go over well. He's being asked the questions. This is being. Okay, so I am liking how I turned this out. Hmm. Tied up and chained. Could he flex and break out of those? Never really had him in that situation yet, so. His strength levels, I think, would say that he'd just be able to break out. The piranhas might be able to do something to the soup, but not as fast as he'd be able to break out of the tank, though. And then he can fly, so tied up in chains, hanging over a tank, he just fly. He can fly away, pull whatever behind him. It's not like I've established something like kryptonite for him yet, but then again, maybe if you stripped him out of the suit, you might be all right. People might not notice the Canadian shield, though. That's, I guess, possible, Bullet. But what does he need to lull him into? I'm not saying fly away from the conflict. I'm just saying fly, like hang over a thing. He could just fly upwards so he's no longer hanging. He's floating in air. Break out of the chains and go grab the buckler and take him to the... I just wasn't sure whether he could break out of the chains by doing a Superman thing, or whether he just whatever he's attached to, just go flying at sort of away at full force, and end up bringing down whatever structure things are attached to. Does the buckler have minions? There's the question. I didn't think the buckler had any minions. That he operated by himself. I gotta figure out this last panel still. I know you guys probably can't see these ones. Not the minions from movie Minions. Now we're getting some basic thugonomics, Rick. Influences. I read book 1. The Shield is a moron. I'd be surprised if he knew how to Velcro his shoes. Well, seeing as how he never seen Velcro, probably not. Wouldn't know what it was. But eventually he'll know. And it's not so much he's a moron, just English is not his first language. He's brought into from where he knew what things are to where he doesn't. Yeah, he does. Number one is So does he know how magnets work? Right. Very possible, because magnets were around in the 1800s. I'm just not sure how much of the white man information that he would have accumulated. Does the Shield have a love interest? He will. Eventually. No fire water for the Shield. A Brazilian cosplayer. Not quite. Bullet says the plot becomes more vicious. I do have, like Dylan said in the video, I've got plans for into the future. I know things I don't share here. So it is 2:00, my friends. It's time to depart. I'd like to thank everybody in the chat for stopping by and watching and listening and all that fun, lovely, wonderful stuff. So just remember to hit the like button, that thumbs up, subscribe with that or red button, ding the bell, bing, 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 and comment and share it out. And I'd like to thank George for coming on and spending some time here. And I guess we will see you all tonight, 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And we'll be drawing, I guess, Crusher Joe, thanks to Bullet. Later, everyone. Have a great rest of the day. God bless. Love ya all. Watch for videos coming up. There might not be a notification because of videos. So just check here at 10 Eastern Standard Time.